What's good? It's the King of 06 here, and I'm back today with an NBA Live Mobile 22 video. In this one, we'll play a showdown match. Just get straight into it. Try to find somebody to play against. Alright, let's get into it. So, I guess the NBA draft is in a couple days. So a lot of different players being thrown around for who's probably going to be the number one pick in the draft, which is honestly a good thing. Nothing consensus, based or anything, I guess, shows like probably a very deep draft. But I'm sure that people were saying that anyways about this draft coming in from last year, when you have even guys that aren't being taken number one overall, like Jaden Ivey from Purdue, balling himself. So it's a good thing that there's nothing like set, because you can have a lot of really good players in the lottery compared to, last year and some past years, and things like even outside of the lottery, maybe some second round gems or something. But anyways, Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, and Jabari Smith Jr. constantly getting thrown around. In reality, I wouldn't really worry too much about who gets picked number one. It's really about whatever team has the first overall pick. I forget which team has it, but whatever that team needs at the moment, that's gonna be the best thing for you. Of course, you can get the best available player, but that really wouldn't matter unless he's like a very high talent or a generational talent, in which case you can make all three of them are. But if the player don't fit your team, then that's probably a waste of a pick. I probably, if I had to choose, I'd probably say that Paolo Banchero would end up going number one. And that's been the case. It's been what most people have been saying for months, so that's nothing new necessarily. But and it was Holmgren, and then Jabari Smith Jr. I guess has recently crept up in the mind of some people. Talk a little bit more about Chet Holmgren, because the thing is, Chet Holmgren does seem like he can be a good player, but he seriously needs to get his weight up. I was watching the tournament. I was watching a little bit of March Madness, and Chet Holmgren in the paint, you'd think he would be an unstoppable force, but I forgot who Gonzaga played against and lost to. But he was getting pushed around constantly by their center. Well, I guess was bigger and stronger, but again, you have to get your weight up, and honestly, kind of quick. He needs to get to at least, I don't know what his exact weight is, but by some point of the start of the NBA season this year, because he will have to go through a Giannis phase and bulk up. But I'll say he needs to add at least maybe 15, 20 pounds of muscle, I guess, by the start of the season. Of course, I can't speak from experience. That's probably a real difficult thing to do. But you can't be an NBA player, a franchise NBA player, and trying to, do all this stuff, but you're that skinny and tall. It never works. Now, a player like Alexei Pokusevski on the Thunder, he's tall and skinny. He needs to bulk up as well, but he's not a starter level player for them yet. So he does have some years. But Chet Holmgren, whatever team he gets drafted to, because he's not falling outside of the top 3. I will say that. But whatever team he gets drafted to there, they're going to want him to start right off the bat. He needs to be ready. You don't have time like some of the Thunder players, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are in a very deep rebuild, and they still have some older veteran players playing in their presence. Like, Pokusevski still has some time to get ready. He's basically just as young. But they're definitely not going to start him over a player like Derek Favors, as much as Derek Favors isn't anything to be, too happy about. But as long as he's there, because he's a veteran player. So, like, right when you get drafted, right after that moment, you have to be getting in the weight room, man. Again, it's probably a hard thing to do, but that is what it's going to take. The other two are probably set. They have their weaknesses, but they have their strengths as well. Otherwise, they wouldn't be up there. So, I guess, I don't know who you guys would consider to be a number 1 pick, maybe. But if you have any predictions about that, I guess leave it down in the comment section. But that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.